Hello guys, welcome back to coding. So guys, I hope you all are taking care of yourself, enjoying the video that I'm posting for you. So in today's lesson, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss about the different keys that are available in database. What are different types of keys? How do we keys help us? What are different kinds of keys that are available? As you can see in the thumbnail, primary key, candidate key, and other types of key. All you going to be clear with the end of this video. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please do like it, share, subscribe to my channel. Already on my YouTube channel, I have posting content for you like short videos telling you the Excel tips, C, C++, Java, Python, HTML. Every content that is useful for you, I'm posting for you that so that it gets easy for you to understand. So guys, without wasting any time, let's get started with the video and understand each and every aspect that what do we mean by these things and how do we need to implement it. So let's get started. Very first thing, what do we mean by a key? So whenever I'm talking about a key, we all generally talk about keys like opening something, a lock or something, whatever we want to enter into it. That is basically called as a key. Similarly, when I'm talking about keys plays an important role in relational database management system. Till now we have discussed about that what is a relational database management system, it works with row and columns, and what are the things that are involved in a relational database management system. We also discussed about the attributes that are available, also things that are terminologies that we used in the previous video. So if you have not checked that video out, do check that video out also. The link is at the top right corner. And also when we are talking about keys, so what do we mean by keys? Keys basically means uniquely identifying any record or row of a data from the table. Basically it is used to establish relationships and identify the relationship between different tables. So that is the basic purpose of a key. Like you have different locks, you have different keys for them. Basically each key is a unique key for every lock. You cannot just place one key into any of the locks and just enter it. So we are going to discuss one by one the different kinds of keys that are available in relational database management. So we have different types of keys. We are going to discuss the keys one by one with the help of a desired example. So as we have told you in the previous video also, the list of the keys that are available, so you can check that video also. Now you can understand these keys one by one very easily with the help of a desired suitable example which make you clear it very easily and makes you understand what are keys, because this is something a concept that is really sometimes confusing and also not able to be understood by student. So I'm making it a way clear and also a different topic, a different video, so that it is easy for you to understand. So now the first key, that is the primary key. So basically whenever I'm talking about a primary key is a set of one or more attributes that can uniquely identify tuples within the relation. Basically whenever I'm talking about a primary key, what is a primary key? Simple example, we do not go anywhere, just we talk it as a roll number, either we talk about a student ID, either we talk about a employee ID. That is basically called as a primary key, means which tells us the unique identity of a particular person or a particular table or a particular relation, that how we can identify it, because the names can be same but the IDs will always be different. So that's why what we take it as a primary key. In some tables, combination of more than one attribute provide unique value. So in that case, it is called as a composite primary key. When there are more than one attribute, that is called as a composite primary key. So let's understand with the help of an example, what do we mean by a primary key. So here you can see you have two tables available with you. One is the suppliers table and the other is the shipments table. So in the suppliers table, what you can see, SUPP is the primary key for supplier. And it contains what values? It contains S1, S2, S3. That is basically the unique IDs of that particular supplier. And for similarly, in the item is the primary key for the items, and the combination of suppliers and item is the provided in the key for the shipment relationship. So as you can see in both of these table, the supplier has a unique identity, that is S1, S2. Based upon that, in the shipments table, what we are using that S1, S2 based upon the supplier, and similarly for the item, what we are using I1, I2, I3 and so on. So basically that is telling us that how does the keys work and how we can uniquely identify. This was another table. Similarly, you can see over here another example in which I have employees, I have employee ID, I have employee name and some other thing. So now if I want to identify this thing, so what I can check over here, the employee ID is the second type of key is the candidate key. So whenever I'm talking about a candidate key is basically all attributes combination inside a relation that can also act as a primary key. Basically they are called as candidate key. Means they are not just primary key but they can act as a primary key that are called as a candidate key. So here there are two candidate keys, that is sub and the supplier name in the supplier relation, because we have a table over here, this table in which what we can see supplier is we already took as a primary key. Then supplier name can also be treated as a candidate key. Both of these value contain unique value of each tuple. Similarly, in items, what we can see, item and the item name are known as its candidate keys. So basically, this is the way through which we understand by candidate key. In case two or more candidates in a database decides one of them, the primary key for that relation, that is called as a candidate key. There is one another subset of a candidate key that is called as a super key. So whenever I'm talking about a super key is a group of single or multiple keys which identifies the rows in a table. A super key may have additional attributes that are not needed to for unique identification. Now what I'm talking about a super key, what makes it different from the candidate key and why we call it as a part of the candidate key. You will be confusing about the alternate key and the super key. So just to make you clear, I'm showing you this example. As you can see on the screen, here is a table that is present to us. In the table what we are having some employee. So we are having some details of the employees like employee number, the employee name and the employee SSD code or whatever we can say as a number. So basically this is the kind of a super key in which we can see that employee SSS number, employee name or employee number can be used as a super key, means which can help us take more than two attributes, as we talked in the candidate key also, which help us take other attributes which are not as a primary key but we can act as a candidate key. Next kind of key, that is the alternate key. When we say then there are two or more candidate key, only one of them serves as a primary key. So that is called as a alternate key. Means when we can say that a candidate key that is not a primary key, that is called as a alternate key. Means as we told in the candidate key that it can serve as a primary key, but that candidate key which is not serving as a primary key, we called it as a alternate key. So in the suppliers table what you can see, supplier name is the alternate key and the item tables item name is the alternate key. Why? Because what we were using SUPP in the supplier name, and in the item name we're using the item number accordingly. So that is why what we can say that the other keys are known as the alternate keys. Next kind of key that we have available is the foreign key. Now whenever I'm talking about the foreign key, a non-key attributes whose values are derived from the primary key of some another table is known as a foreign key in a current table. So basically whenever I'm talking about a foreign key, in normal words what we can say, a non-key attribute of a table which is the primary key of some other table is known as a foreign key. So in this table we can say that the foreign key on a detailed table that defines the primary key with the detailed table is called as a primary table or a master table. Means any other key that we are using from some other table into our table, that is called as a foreign key. So basically it represents the relationship between two tables. So basically a foreign key is a non-key attribute whose value is derived from the primary key of another table. Basically that is the way we use the foreign key. As you can see the screen, the example for you that displays you that how do we mean by a foreign key. So guys, I hope you must be clear about different types of keys that are available in DBMS and what makes each and every key different from each another. With the help of the desired example I have told to you. So I want you all to comment me down below example of each and every key, and that helps me know that the keys are clear to you and you make understand that what each and every key means. So guys, if you like the content that I post, please do like it, share and subscribe to my channel. Also to check the short videos is really gonna help you out, and recently posted one of them. I post every short video on Sundays, and you can also check me on my Instagram page. So guys, if you like the content that I post, please do like it, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Keep smiling and take care.